Time. Let's talk about this. 3 siblings are gearing up to head out to the Idaho Sled Dog Challenge. Wow, look at that, where they'll be competing in races that are up to 200 miles long. So to help pay for the cost of racing, the family runs a business and can give you a taste of what it's like to be a musher. I've always wondered about that. Our Kate Gardner went out to Colville to take us along for a ride.
Come on, Archie.
With harnesses on, taglines secured, and excitement reaching 100%.
Hi.
It's time to run.
We have 4 major voice commands that we use with our lead dogs. Hike means go, whoa is stop, left is haw, and right is G.
Natalie Wilson takes me on one of the dog sled tours they offer at Bear Ridge Adventures.
If they're going to get out and they're going to work hard and they're going to stay focused and do their best, I really love all of them.
It's a family business that has roots which stretch back nearly a decade.
Me and my brother Wade bought 14 dogs from a guy who was retiring at a sled dog.
Dallin Donaldson says the idea was to start offering tours near their home in Colville.
No one knew we existed and that we were around and we weren't that busy.
Now, during peak season, they run up to 30 tours a day, always have at least 80 dogs ready to run, and have a team of more than half a dozen mushers.
If you love dogs and if you love the outdoors, it's a really fun activity for families.
Business really started to boom about 4 years ago, after Dallin entered his first race.
And I was really nervous about it, so I took basically the dogs I trusted the most, even though they probably weren't the fastest. And I finished dead last, but it was so fun.
He was hooked, and soon his brother Wade.
We've spent, hundreds or even really thousands of miles on the trail together. I just have such a strong relationship with those dogs.
And his sister Natalie.
Looking at our team that we have out today, I have a lot of appreciation for every single one of these dogs, and they all have a special place in my heart.
We're racing as well.
Working with the dogs like this is a huge commitment. It's really a lifestyle choice, and it's something that we do because we love doing it.
Wade says many of the dogs they used for the tours are retired.
They have an incredible desire to get out to work and to pull.
And their work helps pay for the cost of racing.
And they're an incredible athlete.
He says that comes naturally for the Alaskan Huskies, but it also takes a lot of work. Conditioning starts in the fall.
We start out at smaller runs, right, where we might go out and do 3 to 5 miles, and you're going to incrementally increase that mileage. The Idaho race that we're going to go to, I'll be doing the 200 mile. Most of those runs are somewhere between 40 to 60 miles, so we're on 60 miles without stopping.
And training starts young. Some dogs want to lead, others don't. How do you guys figure out who's going to be in which position?
Yeah, great question. So when they're puppies, we're going to start training puppies around 7 months to a year old. And we're going to do short, really fun runs. Those are going to be like 6 dog teams, and they're always going to start in the back. So natural instinct for these dogs is to pull and want to drive really hard, but we have to get them harness broke, we have to get them line broke.
Natalie says training can take up to 2 years depending on what position the dog runs.
So a lead dog has attributes such as they're a little bit more of a quiet dog. They're a very focused dog. They're very smart. A lot of people think they're your alpha dogs, quite opposite. If you have a really dominant, aggressive dog, they're actually going to run better in the back because they're motivated by the dogs in front.
During the summer, all that conditioning and training can't go to waste. So the dogs go up to Alaska to work.
That allows the dogs to spend about 10 months of their year on the snow, which really helps them to stay physically active, helps them to stay socialized, and they get a lot of time on the trail.
Hi.
All this hard work not only prepares the dogs for races.
It's hard to describe the amount of respect that I have for these athletes.
It also builds strong bonds.
The depth of the relationship you can have with them is so different in that we've been through some really hard times together. Like, we've been in some situations that's kind of tough and it's tricky and we have to work together to get out of it. We've also been in some really cool experiences together, like when we'll go out and we'll finish some of these races.
And the next generation has already started building its own bonds.
I go to the American Dog Derby again this year with my kids. I've got 2, maybe 3 mushers, junior mushers, who are going to be doing that race. So my 8-year-old kid and then our handler Cody is going to be doing it, and I'm trying to convince my daughter to maybe try to do it. She's 7.
Dallin, Wade, and Natalie will soon pass the starting line for the Idaho Sled Dog Challenge on February 3rd. Reporting from Colville, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.
Okay, so do you want to do it, huh? Well, if you do want to sled your way through some wintry mountains, the trio does offer public tours. Now remember, they're based in Colville by the name Bear Ridge Adventures, and you can find more details on their website and ours. abc4.com will point you in the right direction.